Welcome to this video. In this video, you will know about the Newton's laws of motion. Newton's laws. In Newton's laws of motion, Newton's will explain the relationship between the object's motion and force acting on it. First, Newton's first law. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest will remain at rest. An object in motion will continue in motion with the same velocity unless acted upon by the net external force. Means if the object present at rest position, it will be at rest. If the object is moving, it will moving in a uniform velocity until the external force applying on that object. Until that it will be same. This Newton's first law is also called Newton's laws of inertia. Examples of law of inertia. Sudden braking. When bus stops suddenly, your body continues to move forward because of inertia. I think you are already get experience that when you are going in a bus, when driver suddenly put brake, you come forward because your body in moving state. So it's called law of inertia. An electrical fan will continue to spin for a while after it's turned off because the blades are in a state of motion and it will take some time to come at rest. Means after we switched off the fan, it's spinning for some time and it's take some time to rest because it's in state of motion. Newton's second law of motion. Newton's second law of motion states that the acceleration of the object is directly proportional to the force applied to the object and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. Means here if the one object is get accelerated, the force is directly proportional. Means if we apply the more force, the object is get more accelerated. If we get less force, the object is get less accelerated. But it's when come to its mass, it's inversely proportional. Means if we take two objects, one is one lesser mass, another one is higher mass. If we give the same force to the both object, the lower mass object is get more accelerated as compared to the higher mass of object. Formula for Newton's second law is F is equal to m into A. F means force, m is mass and A is acceleration. Examples for Newton's second law of motion. Pushing a loaded versus empty cart. It is easier to push an empty cart than a loaded one. Applying the same force to both, result is an empty cart is accelerated faster because it's have less mass as compared to the loaded one. Means as I already said, the lower mass is inversely proportional to the acceleration of the object. Means if we give the less force to the lesser mass object is get more accelerated as compared to the higher mass object. Hitting the baseball. The force from the bat causes the baseball to accelerate. The harder it results in greater acceleration. If we give the harder it, the baseball is get more accelerated. Means as we increase the force, the acceleration of that baseball is get increases. Next one, Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Let's see some examples. Swimming and walking. Okay, first swimming. A swimmer pushes water backward with their hands and feet. The water in turn pushes the swimmer forward with an equal and opposite force. Means when the swimmer is swimming, he pushes the water from his hands and feet to the backward and he move front. Means the water and that person is moving in opposite direction but equal force. And another example is walking. When you walk, your feet push backward on the ground and the ground pushes you backward. When you are walking, your feet is push the ground backward when you move front. Both forces are acting in opposite direction but equal force. And another one is when you hit the ball on straight to the wall, is get rebound in same force but with opposite direction. So these are the example for Newton's third law. Thank you.